unfortunately. It's something you have to live with. But the more you help children like this or treat them with therapy and all of that, you can see it decreasing. Yeah, you see the improvement. It won't go away completely, but you'll definitely see improvement.
How? Oh.
Yeah, so it's better to diagnose them when they're younger, so they don't reach that age where you're not able to control.
It.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Truth Media Kwetuli. Just go subscribe, like, follow on our YouTube and also TikTok account. They're the only two official accounts that we know at the moment. I'm chilling with current Miss Uganda, that's 2024-2025, Natasha Nyonyozi. Wow. Kongs.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're feeling in the. Are you comfortable with the place?
Yes,
The
I
position you're
am.
in?
I am very comfortable.
Do you know that you are the most beautiful lady in Uganda?
Am I?
Definitely.
Oh, thank you very
Miss
much.
Uganda.
I'm flattered.
Meaning you the most beautiful we have, and you're going to represent us in the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. She's beautiful. Nothing else to say. By the way, Miss World, we're bringing top-notch lady, Natasha Nyonyozi. Watch out for her. She's ready for everything. First and foremost, who is Natasha Nyonyozi? Let's start with that. Who is Natasha before competing for Miss Uganda this year? Who is Natasha Nyonyozi? What have you been up to? Where have you been? What have you been doing? Let's start with that.
So I am 23 years old from Kabale district.
Oh, Kabale.
Yes, I'm a Machiga.
Oh, the strongest tribe we have in Uganda.
Most definitely.
You're strong.
Yeah, I'm very strong.
Okay.
Yeah, so both my parents are Bachiga from Kabale.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Uganda. And I am an accountant. Currently, I'm practicing accounting. I graduated last year from Coventry University in the UK with a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance with honors, of course. And I later moved back to Uganda to start practicing. So I've been practicing for almost a year now. Besides that, I'm a business owner. I own a beauty store called Girl Hive at the Cube Kisementi. Yeah, so basically we deal in skincare products, makeup, accessories. Yeah, anything for a lady. We've got you.
Skin-related issues.
Yeah.
Ladies got sorted.
They're sorted.
With that, Natasha Nyonyozi.
Yes.
Okay. How was your childhood?
My childhood. We are 8 children.
Okay.
We're 4 girls. Actually, we're 5 girls and then 3 boys. Yeah, and I'm the third out of the 8.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say my childhood. I enjoyed my childhood very much because I had company with me. And I remember my very first language that I learned was Ruchiga. My parents made sure that that was the first language I
Definitely,
learned.
because by the time also you're living this side of Kampala or still in Kabale.
Oh, in Kampala at that
You in
time.
Kampala, but they made sure you learn.
Oh, they made sure I learned it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my very first language. And then I got to learn English much later on because of my older siblings. They had already started going to school. And I used to struggle speaking English. So they would laugh at me a lot. But then, yeah, eventually I started school as well. So it became much easier.
Okay. How many languages do you do?
I speak Ruchiga, I speak English, I speak Luganda. I'm not the best at it, but I try.
You try, okay.
Yeah, I think that's mainly it for now.
Okay. How was your stay in the outside Uganda?
In the UK? My stay
You were in
was,
UK?
Yes, I was in the UK.
How was your stay there?
It was good. Of course, it took a while for me to adjust. Of course, sometimes there can be traditional shock because you're not used to everything there, the weather, the food, the people. But then later I got to adjust, and thankfully I had a couple of Ugandan friends, so they helped me fit in much easily, much easier than yeah.
Okay. Before you left Uganda to go study from the UK, why did you leave? Was it for better education, or you wanted also to say, hey, nange nasomela in the UK?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, you always want to attain quality education, and I studied like most of my previous education was here, starting from primary, nursery and primary. My O level and my A level was in Uganda, So my parents decided, why not take it a notch higher? Go study in the UK, and obviously with that comes exposure. You're learning about different traditions, different cultures. I remember in my third year, my housemates were Ghanaians, Nigerians. We had a Congolese. So it was very eye-opening, So I got to taste different foods, learn different language. Well, I didn't learn the languages very much, but just hearing and seeing different cultures and the diversity, it was very nice to be around.
Okay. You being a Ugandan and you went to UK, what did it, how did it advance your mentality, your thinking, with the mentality you had in your, and what did you cope from that side that we can apply it in Ghana?
So, like I mentioned earlier, the diversity. There's a lot of cultures, different people from different countries, and yeah, I just loved seeing the inclusivity. But besides that, of course, my project, my Beauty with a Purpose project, is based on inclusivity and advocacy for children with special needs. So here we're talking about children that are differently abled, children with Down syndrome, ADHD, autism, and yeah, there's a couple others as well, but those are, I guess, the main focus. And what I realized is when it comes to, say, their education, their health sector, they're very inclusive because they consider people like this. So when you go maybe to school, at my uni, Coventry University, there was different types of technologies that included children like these. Say if someone was deaf and they couldn't hear, there was something to assist them with
To assist
that.
them with that, okay.
Yes. So maybe if a place needed stairs, you would find elevators to help maybe those who
So they are
couldn't
equally
walk.
important with a different genre of people that they don't give a care about.
Yes, so I saw a lot of inclusivity and they consider them. Besides that, even I think in the work sector, they're still included. They're able to find employment. But yeah, that was a bit different coming back to Uganda. And that's why I decided to advocate for children like these, just to remind them that they're important. It's okay to be like that. It's okay to be autistic. It's okay to have Down syndrome. Just recently, I saw a post about, I think she's called Ali Says, if I'm right. She has Down syndrome, but she was hired by Virgin Australia, the airline. And now she's part of the staff, and I think she has just attained a higher position in ranking. And it's just good to see that, like, they're being included, they're being accepted, they're given equal opportunities to make a
No
difference.
discrimination.
Yeah, no discrimination.
Equal rights.
Equal rights. Yeah.
Okay, well, we still are at an early stage, though you took me a little bit higher.
Yeah,
How did you learn about and what made you interested to join the pageant of Miss Uganda?
Um, so it's something that I've always wanted to do. It's a dream I've always had. I remember my parents, they told me they always used to watch the Miss Uganda pageant,
Oh.
the finale, like in the early 2000s.
They used to attend,
Yeah,
like
they used to
physically.
attend. Yeah, physically, they
Okay.
used to attend
So meaning it
physically.
has been there also fantasy like every time they could
Yeah.
join.
Yeah, so I think it must have been a joy to them to see that this time they'd actually come to watch me.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's something I'd always thought about. And obviously, at that time, I think I was definitely below the age of 18, but you need to be 18 to come and compete. And I think I kind of laid it off because I'm thinking, by the time I get to 18, will I be ready? Will I be prepared? I don't know. There was a lot going on. But the urge came back again to do it after I had gone after I'd gone to the UK when I just started my university. I think there was year one or year two. And I even considered doing the Miss Uganda UK.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Dumba. Where is a mama called Jacqueline Dumba.
Yes.
That's Miss Uganda UK.
So I
Okay.
considered doing that because I was in the UK at the time. But most of my family is in Uganda. So I considered a lot of things. I'm thinking, okay, if I went for it, I definitely need a lot of support. But my people in Uganda,
Meaning they have to fly in.
meaning
to
they'd have
UK.
to fly in, so that's more expenses. It was a lot. And at the time, I was still studying. So I'd have to juggle studying with Miss Uganda. And I remember telling my mom about it. I'm like, oh, by the way, mom, I think this was my second year, maybe. Like, oh, by the way, mom, I'd want to contest for Miss Uganda. She said, okay, that would be nice. But I think the first question she asked me is, are you ready? Are you ready for what comes with it? And I remember saying naively, yes. But I think in life, it's always good to just take the risk, get out of your comfort zone, because that's where growth comes in.
Yeah. Every time someone stays in the comfort zone, every time you be like talking about anything, just talking, you'll never do it.
You'll never do it.
For you, took a step.
I took a step, and obviously my parents advised me to first finish study, have that aside, and you finish that, then you can come and achieve the bigger things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you did.
And I did, so I'm glad I listened.
Yeah. Let's talk about the auditions. Did you get like scared
Yeah.
coming to the auditions?
Um,
You did the auditions from Kampala.
No, from Kampala.
From Kampala.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was regional auditions, and I think the ones for the West were in Bara, but I couldn't make it to Bara at the time because I was still working. And obviously I had my business. There was a lot to attend to, and I just decided to wait until they came to Kampala. So yeah, I remember going for the Kampala auditions. Day one went well. There was day two and there was day three as well. But everything went smoothly, to be honest. Of course, there was a point where I was scared. We had eliminations throughout. I think there were like three. Yeah, there was a point where I was like, oh, am I going to make it? Am I not? But I'm so thankful to God that I did. Yeah, I think the hard work paid off, to be honest.
Then coming to the boot camp, I remember one time, and 2 days to the finals, I came to the boot camp, and you guys were fitting in everything. Let's go through the boot camp. How did the boot camp help you, shape you, make you ready for the finale?
So with boot camp, actually before we came for the boot camp, we had to vote for a president.
Yes.
And so they asked who's coming up to stand for president, and they went up. I think there were three at the front, but I didn't even think of doing it. Actually, I didn't even want to do it because I knew it came with a lot of responsibility. But I just wanted to focus on what brought me. I didn't want to have to think of other people now.
You wanted to focus on the crown. How am I getting this crown? I have to do this and this. You didn't want to get a leadership role that would a little bit
kind of add responsibility.
Okay.
So yeah, but then my friends kept on pushing me. They said, you need to go for it. I think you deserve it. I said, okay, fine. So due to popular
even your
demand,
friends saw potential in you,
yeah,
but
I think
you were
they
not
did.
seeing it at the moment.
I saw it in me, but
you wanted to
I don't know, I
focus
just
on the
decided
bigger-
not to. Yeah.
Okay.
So my friends pushed me to do it, and I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. So when I went up, I somehow ended up getting the most votes.
No,
Yeah, so
you
that's
voted.
how I won it.
So
Yeah.
it was not given out free.
No, it wasn't just
Okay.
appointed. We had to vote. The contestants had to vote.
Okay.
Yeah, so they voted for me, and I won that. So I think even just entering into the boot camp with that leadership role kind of gave me a boost somehow. So of course you're making decisions on behalf of the girls, and yeah, it was a lot, but I handled it somehow.
These ones you are competing with for that role, being the president of
The class.
the class.
Yeah.
Then they disturb you a little bit because in every leadership role there's a resistance from people you've been competing with. Did that role give you a little bit of headache? Put you aside at one moment, clashing with fellows?
It actually didn't. I'm glad for that. I think I made sure to maintain a good relationship with every one of them. And I think to this day, I have a good history with each and every single one of them. I did my best to connect with them emotionally, physically, where they needed help, I was there. So it went well, to be honest. It went well. I can't complain.
Can't complain. So take me through the boot camp, how it was. How did they guys maintain you, mentor you,
Yeah.
getting you ready?
So with the boot camp, obviously the first thing we did was wake up early in the morning at like about 5 a.m. or 5:30, and we did morning workouts every single day.
On a daily?
On a
Were
daily.
you used to that? Did you used to work out?
I used to work out, but
Really?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I used to work out, but it was about maybe 2 or 3 times a week. It wasn't on
now
a daily basis, but
here it's
now
daily.
it was early in the morning on a daily basis. But I think it was really good because when you start your day like that, you have a lot of energy and it prepares you mentally as well. So it was a good start of the day. And obviously after that, we'd have breakfast. Then we went in straight for class. The classes were very educational because we learned a couple of things like public speaking. We had networking classes. We had financial classes, things related to financial investment, how to budget.
Business.
Yes, business,
And for already you have a
saving.
business.
Yeah, so it just helped me a lot because now I know how to move forward in my business, how to grow it more in a better place, how to strategize. Yes, and then even with that, they taught us, we had a class about life after Miss Uganda, like what happens after that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You people, you get a lot of problems after Miss Uganda.
Yeah.
Everyone is feeling entitled. You guys tend to go low. Yeah. So you had that class.
Yeah, we had that class. So, of course, it's one crown. We were 28 girls at the start, but then there was
26.
another elimination. The two girls left, and then we were 26 by the time it was grand finale.
Okay.
Yeah, but everyone is taught how to handle themselves even after the crown. Yes, you might not have taken it home, but you've taken away a lot from everything that we've learned. Because by the time you go out into the world, you're a different person, totally different, mentally, physically. There's a lot that comes with it, and even then, you're encouraged because every girl had a project that they had to push.
Oh,
Even then, you're encouraged to come out to the
A
society.
project to push the one you came with, or they
Yes.
give you another
No,
project?
no, no, no.
Hey, they.
The one you came with.
Oh.
So you just keep building on that, building on that. If you want to add another one, that's okay. But yeah, you're still encouraged to go out into your community and make a difference, just impact them. But even throughout the boot camp, we did a lot of CSR. I remember we visited Kasokoso. Yeah, so we went there and just empowering the girls, reminding them to stay in school and telling them reminding them that their dreams are valid, keep pushing because
Every dream counts
every
as
dream
long as you
counts.
do what is needed.
Yeah, like for example, my dream, it came to life. I didn't give up. Yeah, but most importantly, also God. I keep on saying I didn't walk this journey by myself. I walked this journey with God from
With
the
God.
beginning until the end. It will be God.
And you're still moving on.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And now let's the business, the being busy, moving up and down. I'm talking about the D-Day. The fail
Yeah.
before reaching stage.
Yeah.
You guys here for two preparations. You need to go to Sheraton. Yeah, the fail.
Yes, of course we
Remember,
had
you
to.
still have to conduct your fellows because you were the
Oh,
president.
right.
And you have to conduct yourself. You have to conduct other guys.
Yeah, I would say there was a little difficulty when it came to that. Yeah, because sometimes you forget you're also a contestant, because now you're trying to lead people. So, yeah, it was a little tricky, but then I somehow found a way to juggle the two. And yeah, I think before the grand finale, of course, we had a lot of practice. You're practicing for the dance, you're doing fittings. So I don't know, your mind is in different places. But I would say, I don't know, somehow God helped me. And on that day, the nerves weren't as bad as I thought they would be. Yeah, it was for some reason I was calm. I think I kept on praying throughout, and I think that just helped me maintain my composure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, let's look at it into the pageant. Now we are at the finale. Everyone is looking at each other. Am I the one taking it?
Yeah.
Or is
Is it
it
you?
her? Is it you? Is it you?
Right.
How did you feel with the moment of the stage fright? Let's talk about the stage before being crowned.
Right. So before that, of course, out of the 26, they had to pick top 12. That on its own was something else. Because imagine all these other girls having to go, but they only want top 12. Yeah, and I remember before walking onto stage, before they announced the top 12, the girls were shaking. The nerves were crazy
You mean
backstage.
going through the first stage is the most irritating
Yeah.
moment?
Yeah, I think that's even more pressure because obviously, it's
I
one
thought when
crown.
you guys reach 5 or 3, that's the most one.
It is, but then remember, like this is the very first one.
Wow.
So somehow, if I've made it to 12, then I can make it to the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it always starts from that 12 there. And yeah, because now you're scared. You're thinking, did I make it? Did I not make it? But yeah, I'm glad I did make it to the top 12. So obviously after that, it was top 7. So usually they do top 10, but
Top
this
10?
year it was 12. Yeah. So now they announced the top 7. And with that, of course, you had to answer questions. With top 12, you answer a question. And then 7 as well, you answer a question. I was not looking forward to those questions, but I think I had done enough preparation, to be honest. So, yeah, I just want to give it my best.
Your best. Which technique did you use yourself? You say, with this, I managed to beat the rest.
Mm. I think obviously from day one, you're being judged. You know,
Okay.
so sometimes you might forget that, but you're being judged from the day you walked into first audition until the very last day of bootcamp. We were being judged. So I did my best to always do the right thing at the right time with the right people. And I think even having that presidential role, I was, to whom much is given, much is expected. And yeah, I did my best to somehow see that I was fulfilling my duties. So I think the presidential role did help me continue working in line with everything that was expected. And yeah.
Yeah. Now, this time you're being crowned Miss Uganda.
Yeah.
Your name is read from the rest. The feeling, yourself. Did you cry?
Well, I did. I had my eyes were tearing up, and I don't know. I didn't even expect it. I think my mind had even drifted at the time before they say they had announced. But when they read my name, I just remember I was still in a state of processing everything. But I just remember the crowd going crazy.
Your parents,
My
who
parents,
used to just come watch the finals.
yeah, my parents, and then because I could see the table where my people had come, my friends and my family, where they were seated, so I was seeing them the entire time, and they were cheering me on, like the times we were modeling on and off stage. So it kept me going. The fact that I could see familiar faces, and I knew, oh, my people are here for me. Yeah. So when they read my name, I just remember seeing the table. Everyone just stood up. It was mad. And then I also had a few supporters, a couple of supporters actually on the other ordinary side, the lower bid. Yeah, they had my banner, they were wearing my t-shirts and the posters. I just remember seeing them, yeah. Yeah, so I think that's when they started to kick in. So I had to walk to the front, of course, get crowned, wear the sash. Yeah, it felt like I was not in this, I was not here on earth, but yeah, eventually I
What
came
came in your
back.
mind the moment they read you were the Miss Uganda 2024-2025? What came in your mind at the moment?
Um, I don't know. I think I was just thinking about what's coming after that, you know, because it doesn't just stop here. At this point, you have Miss World now. So I think that's where my mind just drifted too quickly. Like, okay, you've got to do this, do your best, and there's Miss World ahead. Yeah.
Um, Miss Uganda is done. You are the queen. You are the Miss right now. You are the queen. Do you know what your shoulders hold at the
Yeah.
moment?
Yeah. Of course, I do believe. I know that at this point, I'm an inspiration to so many young ladies out there, you know, and to know that they're looking up to me, of course. And at this point, I do believe that I am a voice to those that are not able to speak up for themselves. And obviously, with pageantry, I do believe it's one of the few things that give young ladies the opportunity to take on positions of leadership. And at this point, you're able to just change the lives of the people in your community, encourage them, impact them positively. And of course, there's a lot of responsibility. But at the end of the day, I also believe that leadership comes from God. And if He's given it to me, I do believe He's going to give me every other attribute and quality and strength that I need to pursue this and do it rightfully.
Let's look back in Kabale, where you come from. It's your originality. It's your birth area. How are you going to use this crown? Even before reaching Miss World,
Yeah.
how are you going to use this crown? Um, to the girl down there in Kabale.
Yeah.
She has no hope. She has not been in Kampala. She hardly watched television.
Right.
She has little hope in whatever is happening in the, let me say, in Uganda or in the district of Kabale. How are you going to use the crown and the share you hold?
Yeah. Of course, a couple of the problems that these young teenage girls are facing in Kabale is teenage pregnancies, early marriages, period poverty as well. Because, when they don't have sanitary towels or anything to help them during that period, it makes it harder for them to go to school. And it's a lot for them, of course. But I do plan on empowering them, encouraging them to uh, go on ahead with school to finish. I think even me having graduated should be an inspiration for them to know you as a girl, it's important to lay that foundation of education, have that with you. Of course, we plan on going out to distribute sanitary towels just to help them during that time of the month. I think especially the reusable ones because it's not easy for them to afford the ones that you can easily dispose of. So reusable ones so they can keep using them. Anything else I would say, of course, distributing material, say like if they need mathematical sets, pens, pencils, books, just doing that. Giving them that word of hope and encouragement, reminding them their dreams are valid, to work hard. And of course, as a business owner, I would want to skill people. There's a
That's
lot of
important.
time, yeah, because especially in Uganda, one of the main issues is unemployment, mostly with the youth. A lot of the times people graduate, but then, yeah, there's no jobs for them. They're not able to find a job in the career line. But then I would say, most important, advocate for skilling, because when you have a skill or a talent, you're able to monetize it. So start small because I have started small. Like the business is not the biggest, but I'm still grateful for that little seed that I've sown because I believe God will grow it. So yes, focusing mainly on skilling the girl child, be it baking, be it whatever it is, catering, hairdressing. One of the projects that we visited set her free. It's a home for teenage mothers and girls that are disadvantaged. And of course, you go there and you're seeing, girls. They're going through a lot, but I remember just going there and giving them a word of hope and reminding them that life gets better after this. There's no situation that's permanent. Yes, you might not like where you are, but good things are ahead, you know. And yeah, while at the school, they're skilled. They teach them how to bake, dressing hair. There's a couple fashion, dressing, and all of that. There's a couple of skills that they get away with, and even after that, they even hold the graduation ceremony. I remember going for their graduation ceremony and congratulating them. And a lot of them were saying, "Oh, I want to start my own business." And I was like, "Yes, girl, go ahead and do that." Because at that point, then you're able to financially sustain yourself. You don't depend on anyone. You're not begging for anyone to help you. So that's what I would want to see the most: women empowerment, youth empowerment, most importantly, international representation, because at this point we're going to Miss World. So you need to be able, I want to be able to put Uganda on the map. I think even especially through tourism, we have a couple of tourist attractions, a variety of wildlife.
When you talk about can you give me a little bit of tourist attractions we have in Kabale?
In Kabale, we have Lake Bunyonyi. I think that's one of the deepest lakes in the
It's
world.
known everywhere.
Yes. Then we have, is it Mountain Mufu? Is it Mountain Mufu? No, not Mufumbira. I've forgotten. Please cut that part out.
I will definitely.
Oh God, I forgot the mountain.
Muhavura.
Muhavura. Is
Because
it?
I've been there before. I've climbed that mountain. It's where you climb and reach at the top, you almost touching the
Snorkeling.
crowd. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, but there's gorilla. Is it gorilla trekking?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are mountains, there are forests. Okay.
I need to
So,
do
are
my
we having
research.
a homecoming to Kabale?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have to.
You
We
have to.
have to. My people have done me well, so I have to go back
You
and
have to go.
thank them.
Okay, now let's look at the international level. That's when we're going to have Miss World, where you're going to be competing with many people, many girls,
Yeah.
they have worked hard in their countries to reach where they are,
Right.
the same as you've done too. And they are ready to compete for the crown. And the international level has done us good.
Right.
We had a Miss Africa, Miss World Africa. We had a Beauty with a Purpose coming to Uganda. We've come first run-up,
Right.
Miss World Africa,
Yeah.
that came to Uganda. We had a eighth Miss World run-up coming to Uganda. And here you are,
Yeah.
we preparing you, or you getting prepared to go represent Uganda
Yeah.
to the world. Have you watched the recent India
Yeah,
Miss
of course
World?
I did. I was following.
You're
I
following.
was following it.
Okay. With what you've seen
Yeah.
and what Uganda has received on that platform, are you ready? And if so, what's in your mind
Yeah.
that you think we have been missing, that you're going to do to see at least Uganda this time round
Yeah.
we bring the crown home?
Yeah. Of course, I commend the previous queens. You know, Queen Abenacho having won Miss World Africa. Even I think who was after that, Oliver Nakakane.
Yeah,
I think she did a pretty good
yeah.
job as well. Hannah
Hannah
Hannah Kareba having secured that first runners-up Miss World Africa, Beauty with a Purpose Africa, having won that award. It's very inspiring, and I commend them for doing such a great job, because I know at Miss World it's not the easiest, but they did such a pretty good job. And we were graced by Miss World Africa 2024 by her presence at the finale. That's Leseho Chombo, and I got the opportunity to interact with her.
Okay.
So of course she gave me a few tips here and there. You know, read a lot, make your research. Of course, it's very important how you carry yourself. How do you interact with the rest of the ladies? Yeah, so she gave me a few strategies here and there. So I hope I'll be able to. I think I'll be able to implement them, and not just her, of course, even Hannah Karama, because they both made it to the top 8. And yeah, she said she's very ready to help me through the entire journey, and I'm thankful to God for that. So yeah, I'll just be listening in and getting advice from her. And I think definitely, of course, the heart of Miss World is beauty with a purpose.
Yes.
Yes,
And we have that at the moment.
Yes, and we took that home.
Anyone else takes it like next year, but we still have it.
Hopefully we'll be able to bring that back as well this year, to bring that award back. Of course, it takes a lot of determination, doing your research, putting in the time, and yes, I'm going to be able to do that. I think I did watch the head-to-head challenge. It was based on the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. You know, we're looking at things like no poverty, economic development, partnerships. Yeah, there's a lot that's involved. So I'd want to put my project, make my project based on all of those goals, so we're able to target at least 5 or more, or even 10 at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. And when someone says, with you said you followed the India, that's last year.
Yeah.
What were your observations? Yeah.
My observations. Of course, I think I was following, obviously, Hannah a lot, and Leseho Chambo. I did realize she topped 5 in at least every activity. If it was sports, if it was head to head, top model, and I think that was a very good strategy. Yeah, so I will definitely find a way to at least top in each and every single thing, because I saw that helps. And I think definitely with the experience that I've had throughout the Miss Uganda pageant, the boot camp, even taking on that leadership role, it's helped me a lot to learn a couple of things. You know, how to conduct yourself, how to interact, how to network. Yeah, there's a lot involved. So I think I'll be able to take all that I've learned and implement it at the Miss World. And I'm pretty sure it's going to help.
It's gonna help. Oh, what's the sport?
I love swimming a lot.
Swimming?
Yeah. I actually considered going for the Olympics, but
really,
well,
you wanted to?
I did.
Have you been practicing swimming?
Well, not as much lately,
Because
but
if you really had to go. By the way, it would be good if we have a Miss Uganda who is representing
Yeah.
Uganda in the Olympics,
Olympics.
coming Olympics.
Uh,
I think you should start practicing.
Start practicing now. Eh? Hey,
Because swimming for you, maybe your swimming is for lucky Zari.
No,
But
no,
the
no.
other guy
I was
is
actually awarded best swimmer in the Miss Uganda pageant this year.
you're the best swimmer.
I was the best swimmer.
So are we saying that a Miss World still are?
Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna put in the time
Put it
and the
there.
practice and the effort. We have to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from swimming, no any other sport?
Apart from swimming, not really, no. Basketball a bit.
A bit.
Of course, I don't have the height, but but I
we've
still
seen,
enjoy
we've seen
doing it.
Steve and USA team. The guy is not tall as the other guys, but he's
Oh
doing
yeah,
good.
there's that too. Yeah, so I did enjoy, but I played a lot of basketball while in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah, so I enjoy doing that as well. A bit of tennis here and there. Yeah.
Okay. What do you love doing in your leisure time apart from swimming? Because I think swimming that's your hobby. Like, what do you love doing?
Besides that, I enjoy doing yoga.
Oh,
I think it's very calming and relaxing because it's time for me to meditate, and you need to watch your mental health, especially in this kind of position. Yeah, you just have to watch what you're listening to, who you're listening to, who are you spending your time around. Yeah, it's a lot to consider, but I do plan on watching my mental health a lot.
okay. You said your project is about
Children with special needs.
the special needs. Are we seeing this project done fully even after Miss World or Miss Uganda, Miss World, having a new queen in, you to continue with this project?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's very close to my heart because my little brother was diagnosed with autism. Yeah, so that's what inspired me to do that. And I think there's a couple of different types of autism. There's like 5 types, but his is mainly the verbal kind. He's not able to communicate verbally. Yeah, so it makes it harder for him
hold
to.
on. Even the kids who take long to speak, it also falls in that category.
It could fall into that.
Even the kids who talk but words sometimes
A bit delayed.
a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, so even children that find it harder to process things maybe in class, yeah, they could be under the spectrum.
Oh.
You'd consider them as that. Yeah, but then in Uganda, I don't think we have very many health personnel that can diagnose that. So of course with my little brother it's been a little difficult. I've had to travel to India just to see how he's doing, do a brain scan and all of that. And obviously with children like these, you need to carry out speech therapy because they need people to help them to be more audible, speak out how they're feeling, put across their emotions. Yeah, so it's been quite a journey with him. And of course, I think the main thing was eradicating like stigma, creating more awareness to let people know that it's okay to have a child like this. Because a lot of times Ugandans think, or not just Ugandans, but people think this child is
little
cursed.
knowledge or no knowledge
Yeah,
about
they
it.
have little knowledge. They think the child is cursed or they're bewitched, they're mad. But it's not like that. It's really not like that. And yeah, just to see that there's more inclusivity, people are welcoming them more, and they should know that it's fine. Even for the parents who have children like this, sometimes you beat yourself up and you're like, why did I give birth to a child like this? And you're not even seeing the blessing in having a child, you know. But every blessing comes in its different ways. You know, God will give you that to maybe you're the one meant to help children like that.
Yeah.
So carry that dream forward.
So yeah, that's because you two in your family, if your brother didn't have that, you didn't you wouldn't have given it attention.
Exactly, I wouldn't have that initiative to carry that.
Carry it on. Okay. Are we seeing that project done here in Kampala or in Kabale?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, not just Kampala, Kabale, Uganda at
Uganda
large.
at large.
Yeah.
Because you were queen for the whole of Uganda. And when we do international level, we beat everyone.
Yeah.
Then we go.
Yeah, because in Uganda, about 88 to 1,000 children are diagnosed with autism, and I think the highest rate is in the eastern part of Uganda. So I can't just concentrate on Kabale or the west. We have to go general.
You have to go general. Oh, you've made me get interested in that.
Yeah.
I'd love to cover the project when you're moving everywhere.
Yeah, I'd love to have you.
So a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
about this. People think maybe the kid has a problem, but yet is it curable?
No, unfortunately, it's something you have to live with. But the more you help children like this or treat them with therapy and all of that, you can see it decreasing. Yeah, you see the improvement. It won't go away completely, but you'll definitely see improvement.
How? Oh.
Yeah, so it's better to diagnose them when they're younger, so they don't reach that age where you're not able to control.
It.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a week. We are in the week when the crown is done.
Yeah.
So what are we up to?
What are we up to
this week?
Yeah. So right now we've been doing the media tour, visiting different TV stations, radio stations, and yeah, talking about the Miss Uganda journey, the journey to the crown, how it was, how it went, my project, and obviously the perspective that's coming forward after that, and most definitely Miss World.
Miss World.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we done with the Miss Uganda, the other girls that didn't go through, didn't take the crown, tend to go a little bit low. Some go back to their whatevers. How are you going to do it to see that you bring all these girls together? Because you've been in the same class, same year.
Yeah.
How are you going to do it with your fellows, so club auntie? Yeah.
We're still
You still
around
move together.
So we have CSR. So this is basically like community work where you go to different communities. Like how I mentioned, we went to Kasokoso. Yeah. So we'll do different work. If it's going to different schools,
You'll go with them.
Yeah, definitely.
But from the first run up and the second run up,
I go with everyone. If whoever is up for it, we're going. If we're going to Kabale, let's go. If we're going to Gulu, if you're coming, let's go. Yeah, so we'll definitely be doing community work, and they're more than welcome to come on board. And even them as individuals, they had their personal projects. Yeah, so I'm definitely there to help them with that. If they need my help or my input in that, I'm more than there. I'm going to make time, and yeah, we'll be able to bring improvement and a positive change to our country.
Okay, your remarks.
My remarks, I just like to say thank you to my family. My parents have been my biggest support system. I can't even tell you how much. And my sister Flavia, shout out to you, and even my older sister Rachel. I can't mention all the names, but my God, thank you so much. Thank you for loving me, for encouraging me. Just seeing that my dream has come to life. I'm so grateful to my entire support system, my campaign managers.
You even had campaign managers.
I did.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, you really loved
things are
the
serious.
crowd.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uganda, and I hope to do you well.
And the Miss Uganda management. That's Mama.
But of course, a special shout out to the Miss Uganda management. Obviously, Mama, Miss B, Miss Brenda, Nyonyozi. You've done such an amazing, amazing job. Thank you for transforming so many girls' lives. Someone comes here with limited skills or qualities, no hope in them. By the time they leave, they're just shaking the world and bringing transformation. So thank you so much for inspiring so many girls, teaching us manners. There's a lot that comes with being in the pageant, and we can't thank you enough. Of course, Miss J, Miss Janet Musumba, she's done an amazing job. She's like the person that we have the most interaction with, I guess, when it comes to classes and all of that. So shout out to you, Papa, Mr. Kevin Ziwa, and yeah, it's always nice to have him come in, teach us a couple of things financially, or even help us with our project. There's been a lot of hands in this, so thank you very much.
My last question intervene with you. You've tested what Miss Uganda has done. You have the crown. They have a new project they are bringing. That's Mr. Uganda.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it's valid for them to carry on with this? And how do you think it's going to help the boy child with what you've learned?
I think it's very, very, very valid, and I'm happy that they've been able to take on this initiative. A lot of the times we might focus on the girl child, empowering the girl child, educating the girl child. Yes, we've shot the girl child, but now the girl child is going out into the world to face the boy child, So it's like all the work you've put in is going to zero, it's going to waste. So at the same time as we empower the girl child, we need to do the same for the boy child, because once we do that, then the world is definitely going to become a better place after this. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that's gonna go. So please, Mr. Ugandas, come through.
Let's compete.
Let's
compete.
compete.
Because also we have it's all international, because I'm from here. the boy child also, or Mr. Uganda, will have to compete on an international
Oh
level.
yeah,
The same as
definitely.
you're going to do it.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be the girl child bringing change and transformation. Even the boy child should do the same.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I wish you luck.
Thank you so much.